right at it.
Hear the hunger in my voice, they used to tell me to speak up. The problem was of what I was saying, they couldn't keep up. Instead of moving around with some patience, they tried to speed up. It got colder than a bitter bitch, found me a way to heat up. What's a favor for a favor if we all didn't make it? Kept it 100 with everybody, but they just gon' change. I ain't get caught up in the hype, cause I ain't feel like I made it. Couldn't picture me here now, but here's your moment to frame it. And I ain't never understand that self-entitlement spirit. I felt your vibe, I don't wanna get near it. Before I made the appearance, I took a second, took a look in the mirror. This God, Lord, the only thing that I fear. Y'all got me fucked up. This all passion, it's tradition, it ain't fashion. It's no action, they make threats and it's still passing. I think massive, no respond, that's still tact. Y'all should quit rapping. Cheap shots, I'm cinematic. I ain't average, I'm an overthrow fanatic. How I go, you lose and win like asthmatics. I got first, that's automatic. I'm the best in my division. In the ghetto like the pigeons, in the hood like the engine. You a bird for that chicken. I don't fake split decisions cause my mind made up, nigga. We in the end of time, but my time ain't up. Now when I was young and running wild and wide-eyed like a cabbage patch, I had to get it as vivid, adapted to my habitat. It's certain shit I won't do, certain shit you can't prove. My shit sound like a payday, yours like more when the rent. If I had $1 for every dime you counted, I would be broke. Watch it be close, got a better chance, boxing the ghost. And they know I'm raw, and they know the squad, and I'm feeling large, still in charge. I don't make it follow, I follow the law. Standing tall like they hear a march. I just got a call from my bro, he behind the wall, he told me let it off. Niggas lying for some cat, I got a different line in me. Everybody intimidated, I got that God in me. You get focused on them dimes, I'd rather keep my nine with me. Help me get this off the ground, just know you won't fly with me now.
I try to make the news, I ain't playing by the rules. I've been trying to play it cool, but that ain't gon' be the deal. Y'all out here looking like fool. Home with the truth, I ain't never had to choose.
I'm trying to get beamed up, man, y'all trying to make the news. I ain't playing by the rules. I've been trying to play it cool, but that ain't gon' pay the bill. Y'all out here looking like fool. Home of the truth, y'all ain't never had to choose. Trying to get beamed up, man, y'all trying to make the news. I ain't playing by the rules. I've been trying to play it cool, but that ain't gon' pay the bill. Y'all out here looking like fool. Home of the truth, y'all ain't never had to choose. Trying to get beamed up.
Nigga, dear hater, you for real hater? Must not be on like you say, must not be getting no real paper. Nigga can't have more than you, you know them niggas will still hate you. Those are characteristics in a pussy nigga nature. Talk that shit behind my back, but be on mute when it's a facial. Smiling in my face, but you can't hide all of that hatred. I'm too silent, you a snake. I see that shit a mile away. Man of war, and I'm not sorry, blame that shit on U.P.K. Pussy ass nigga, you a pussy ass nigga. Oh, you confused, you think pussy ass nigga. This ain't drag racing, why you got that drag with you? I'm a bad kidder, pull up with two bad bitches. Masculinity be the reason she into me. She say she loving all that big priest energy. Don't remember me when I step in the facility. I'm screaming I.S.U.P.K, fuck the enemy. Oh, hey, this that one West world shit right here. Think I ain't got the bitch on me, you trippin', homie, that bitch right here. Brown liquor, don't sip that clear. Cloud of vision, let's get shit clear. I ain't even fuck around, homie, put the You understand me? We standing tall on what we believe in. Yeah. Either you stand on something or you fall for anything. Believe that. Look. And if you standing on the wrong thing, you falling anyway. One West. Lost Tribe.
Kill the beat.
I don't know who, somebody need to hear this. Y'all don't speak Hebrew, that's Yiddish. How the fuck you try to label us anti-Semitic? We the Israelites, blacks, native Hispanics. The Germans getting locked up for the Holocaust. Meanwhile, black people still up in the Holocaust. 100 million of us died in the transatlantic. 6 million died, y'all want the world to never forget it. You can never be a Jew, you a Ashkenaz. This ain't a star dum-dum, a gun that would die. Yeah, Yeezy told the truth and got ostracized. Not one person in the Bible had on a yarmulke. We were slaves in America like we was in Egypt. Y'all don't even fit the curses in the Torah neither. Y'all was blind to the truth, I had to make it clear. How Jerusalem, your land, your people came from Europe. That was 1947, your menorah got 9 sticks, it's really only 7. Yeah, it's us against the world, Armageddon. This what happened when you inherit lies from your ancestors. Y'all the synagogue of Satan with them black hats. Your whole nation sitting ducks, Aflacs. Bunch of thieves and culture vultures, ain't nothing kosher. To tell the truth, you vagabonds don't have a culture. Macedonia, Alexander and Philip, you a convert, so tell me, how the fuck is you Israel? That don't make you the people just cause you live there. Why my people can't hate your people like y'all hate Hitler? All the prophets was black and was called nigga. Y'all don't even fit the description that's in the scriptures. Abraham, all the way down to Jacob, we the real Jews. Y'all don't study Christ, y'all follow the Talmud. Keep it real, yeah, let's keep it real. Cold hard truth, it give you chills. Say y'all Jewish cause y'all ain't really them. About to do them like Hammond, this the Feast of Purim. U.P.K undefeated, this an easy win. We was born fighting, y'all the evil twin. Jacob took hold of his heel, then out came his little red bastard, they kosher deals. It's only 12 tribes, y'all trying to make it 13. Esau despised his birthright, the Lord cursed him. He ain't the devil, who is? I'm still searching. Ask your rabbi, why he get them babies herpes? I don't know what's worse, that or you claiming that you a Maccabee. I'm about to cancel, everybody try to cancel ye. I ain't afraid to speak, that's what I do. They riding to the core, I'm just judging them by their fruit. Cause they ain't suffering curses. If I was carnal, I promise I'd punch you in person. I know this an uncomfortable subject. They making millions off our culture and black people suffering from it. Yeah, they don't believe in Christ, they the Antichrist. Make a living off of niggas, they a parasite. I ain't afraid to tell the truth, niggas terrified. I'm about to go DEFCON 4, I ain't satisfied.
That is proof. That is absolute proof that they know we are the real Jews. That's absolute proof. Now you got the records. Go find me a white Jew on any archaeology in Egypt anywhere. You will never find a piece of archaeology with.
All right, let's clap it up. The I.S.U.P.K, Israelite School, the Universal Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yahanna, keeping this truth out here so that we blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans know who they are. You know what I'm saying? Know who our oppressor is. You know what I'm saying? Since 1969, we've been teaching the truth of the Bible and the so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, all the true ethnic Jews that the Bible speaks of. And also, if you got to know that, you got to know the other half. It's always a far end to every, you know what I'm saying, every point, everything. And that's that the oppressor, the slave master, the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. That's right. You see what I'm saying? And so like it. Oh, that's yours. You know what I'm saying? And that brings me to right here in the column is something to address right away. It's that fact right there. You know what I'm saying? Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans are the true ethnic Jews, and that the oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. You know what I'm saying? We got a comment. First of all, let's give a shout out to everybody. We got Just Paint, Shalom, Sis, Yaquan up in here, Nazam, Hanna up in here. We got Hurry Up in here. Earn One. Yeah, we get to you. You know what I'm saying? That's the comment I was speaking about. We got Shakira up in here. I thought I seen Darius Rod up in here. Young man Darius, Shalom. Young man Dolphus. You know what I'm saying? Then got Black Dazzle up here as usual. You know what I'm saying? Shalom to all of y'all. Even the Earn One, shalom to you. You know what I mean? I don't know if you're a brother or not. You know, you don't really sound like it, but that's because you don't believe or you know what I'm saying, think the same way that we do. You know what I'm saying? At one point, none of us thought like this. We thought just the same way you did. You know what I'm saying? Because we would listen to the lies that were told in the church about this Bible right here. But we don't go into this Bible in here and address what you just said on it. You said you don't believe in no one West doctrine. You know what I'm saying? Shalom to that. You know what I mean? Do better than this I.S.U.P.K. and hating everyone is not right. Well, let's find out if hating is right. You see what I'm saying? If I could, sir. Can I get the book of Romans chapter 9, verse 13?
Absolutely.
We're going to address that right away, everyone. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Just because you don't feel that way doesn't mean it's right. You see what I'm saying? It's a bunch of different, everybody has their philosophies and, you know, their opinions on things. But, you know, like the Bible says, let every man be a liar. God, you know what I'm saying? That's right.
Shalom. That's right.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? But right too, you know, our topic of the day. Our topic of the day is I got the topic. Here you go. It's all about you, Israel. Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. It's all about you. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole topic of it all. We're gonna break it down from the covenant to, you know, where the covenant came from, you know, all about us, describing us, how the Lord feels about us, how the Lord feels about us. You know what I mean? It's not even hard. It's right here in the Bible. We're going to find out. You know what I'm saying? So we'll start off with your comment, though.
Right. You said Romans 9 and 13.
Come on, sir. Right there with you.
Romans chapter 9, verse 13. As it is written.
The Bible, Paul wrote down as it is written. Why? Because Paul he's bringing out what was already written. And where it was written? In the Bible. In the book of Malachi, it says the same very thing that Paul is about to say. Why he has to say it is because the same thing was going on. Like they were earned ones back then. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And he had to address it the same way we have to address it thousands of years later. My cousin.
Come. As it is written, Jacob have I loved.
Jacob have I loved. Jacob is the forefather, the progenitor of the 12 tribes of Israel.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? And you fall in one of them, you are a son of Jacob. You know what I'm saying? His name was later changed to Israel, but it speaks of Jacob right here. Why? Because it's going to mention his brother as well. You know what I'm saying? And before both their names were changed, you had Jacob. He's the father of blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. When I say blacks, that's what I mean, all of us. We're one big family, if I could, sir.
But Esau.
Who?
But Esau.
Esau is the progenitor of the white race. It doesn't matter if they're German, Jewish, a Russian, we say Australia now, but really they not from Australia. They stole that land to Americans. They stole this land, whatever your good old-fashioned redneck Americans. You know what I'm saying? Every tribe that you would call a white man today, even them Italians who try to act like they not white, they white.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? And they come from Esau, whose name was later changed to Edom. But right here, the Bible calls him Esau. Let's hear what the Bible has to say about Esau, Aaron.
But Esau have I hated.
Have I what?
Have I hated.
How you spell that, sir?
H-A-T-E-D.
Hated. You see what I'm saying? It is written in. Where you find it's written in the book of Malachi, God said this.
Right.
It says, thus saith the Lord. And Paul is bringing up what the Lord said about Esau, the white man. So you can debate all you want and say all you want about you don't believe, but we're going to find out what the Bible thinks about you disagreeing with that. If I could, sir, next verse.
Absolutely. So, Slacky, Verse 14. What shall we say then?
What we gonna say, Aaron? Not good.
Is there unrighteousness with God?
Is there unrighteousness with God? You trying to say God is unrighteous because he said he loves Jacob and he hates Esau? Now, maybe you might find that you're wrong.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let God be the truth and every man a liar.
That's right.
You're a liar. The Bible says differently than you. It's right here. And not only is it in the book of Romans is in the New Testament for anybody who wants to, if you got a Christian way of thinking. Even if you're an atheist, you're still a Christian. You think that God loves everybody or everybody should be equal. But that's not in the Bible. The God of the Bible said he hated Esau. You know what I'm saying? And what are you going to say? God is unrighteous? If I could, sir.
God forbid.
That means hell no. Nah.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? The Bible says hell no, nah, that God is not unrighteous. You know what I'm saying? How dare you if you even think so? You know what I'm saying? We talking about the God who you can't even fathom why the sun keeps coming around. You know what I'm saying? Why the stars are so far away, why you can't get to them. It's questions you can never answer that God understands. You think he's unrighteous? Nah, what you'll find out is you disagree with God. You hate God. You see what I'm saying? If you don't believe and love what God say and hate what God hates, you hate God. You see what I'm saying? Point blank period. You know what I'm saying? Christ did the same thing. You know what I'm saying? You hate Christ. You're an anti-Christ. You see what I'm saying? You going against this Bible and what it really says, you are an anti-Christ. You know what I'm saying? But if you a brother, maybe you can sit here and learn a little something, learn that you are the one that's supposed to believe opposite of that. Because to everybody else, the Lord doesn't give a damn. We'll get to it. You know what I'm saying? The topic of the class today is it's all about you, Israel. Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. You know what I'm saying? If I could, sir, get the book of Genesis chapter 12, verse 1. Wow. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get straight to it. You know what I'm saying? The Lord started it out just, giving a, Christ said, thank the Lord, say, you're our Father, right? You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord is our Father. You know what I'm saying? And just like any father to his children, he gives them things. You know what I'm saying? We're going to start out with the Lord, you know what I'm saying, gave. You know what I mean? If I could, sir.
Genesis chapter 12, verse 1. Now the Lord had said unto Abram.
This was Abraham's name before the Lord had his name changed. You ever notice when you come into the truth, you know what I'm saying? And that's the Holy Spirit and the Lord Spirit hits you. You know what I'm saying? And you're reborn. You get a new name. You'll notice all through this Bible, Jacob's name was changed to Israel when he fought for his birthright. You see what I'm saying? Esau, his name is changed just with the deeds that he did. You see what I'm saying? But you'll notice, I believe Peter's name was silent at first. He got in his truth. His name was changed to Peter. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, well, I won't disclose what my name was in the world, but when I was reborn, my name is Shapat. You see what I'm saying? Shapat meaning judge, Tayak meaning Shalai. You know what I mean? You come into this truth, you change your ways, be reborn, you get a new name that goes with it. It's biblical.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Right here, Abraham is being addressed as Abram, if I could, sir.
Then the Lord said unto Abram, get thee out of thy country.
Get thee out of thy country. Abraham stayed, you know what I'm saying, around his people, his family. You see what I'm saying? And he wasn't a coward. You know what I'm saying? When it came down to choosing the Lord, and the spirit of the Lord hit him, he couldn't even he couldn't even see the Lord. You see what I'm saying? And he left his family for something he couldn't touch, for something he couldn't see. To go along with the Lord's will, he left his family. You see what I'm saying? Well, the Lord is saying, get from that place. Because if you stay around there, you know what I'm saying, you're not going to be able to do that work. They're going to draw you away from the Lord. If I could, sir.
Yeah. And from thy kindred and from thy father's house.
From your kindred and from your father's house. Get away from your family. You see what I'm saying? Because if their family, his family, not that he had to stop loving them or anything like that, but they're going to keep him from doing this work.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? If I could, sir.
And Slacky, unto a land that I will show thee, and I will make of thee a great nation.
Right here, the Lord is saying he's going to show Abraham a land. You know what I'm saying? give him a land, and he's going to have a great nation fall up under him. You see what I'm saying? Right now, the Lord, you're seeing right here, the Lord is choosing Abraham. You see what I'm saying? Choosing Abraham, and if he's choosing Abraham, as it would be known, if you're choosing something, what are you doing at the same time? Not choosing something, everything else. You see what I'm saying? The Lord, out of all the people in the world, the Lord chose Abraham. You know what I'm saying? If I could, is that verse 2, sir?
Yep.
If I could get the book of Genesis 13 and 15.
Genesis chapter 13, verse 15. For all the land which thou seest, to thee will I give it, and to thy seed forever.
Now, see right here, this land that the Lord is bringing to show Abraham, he said he's giving it to him. You know what I'm saying? Which thou seest, that the land, all the land he can see. You know what I'm saying? To thee I will give it. The Lord is giving him this land. This is the Lord's land. You see what I'm saying? He can give it to who he wants to. You know what I'm saying? Our Father. And to thy seed forever. It didn't say for a time until we messed up, so Lord punishing us, and now it's not our land. You know what I mean? It says forever. Forever means forever. You see what I'm saying? So when you think about the Lord's land, that holy land over there in the Middle East, and you sitting over there, you thinking, free Palestine, or you down for the Israelis. Just know they don't even belong there. Neither one of them. It said forever. But we're gonna find out how they're not even the people that belong there. You see what I'm saying? If I could, sir, get book of Genesis chapter 15, verse 18.
Genesis chapter 15, verse 18. And it's like it. In the same day, the Lord made a covenant with Abram.
The Lord made a covenant with Abram. Yeah, that's a very important thing to know right there. The Lord made the covenant with Abram. He didn't make it with anybody else. You see what I'm saying? Now, Abram had sons. As we seen before, that the Lord said that land will be yours. I'm giving it to you, and then your seeds, you know what I'm saying, forever. So Abraham basically, just as our father passed him the land, he's making the covenant with him. You see what I'm saying? And Abraham is going to pass that covenant to his seeds, as it said before in the previous verse we read. You know what I'm saying? Very important point. God only gave the covenant and the land to Abraham.
That's right.
If I could, sir.
Saying, unto thy seed have I given this land, from the river of Egypt unto the great river, the river Euphrates.
Now, if you look at where these rivers are today, it'll let you know this is the geography of God's land that was given to Abraham. And that right there is the geography from it. That's what we call today the Middle East. It's bigger than that little piece that they call Israel today. You know what I'm saying? It stretches into our land and all of that. Saudi Arabia, that's ours. You see what I'm saying? Black man, Latino man, Native American, that's your land. That's the geography of it right there. You see what I'm saying? If I could get the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 6, verse 54, sir. You know what I'm saying? It lets you know people always talking about Africa is the birthplace of the first man and all this, that, and the third. Where does it say that in Genesis? It doesn't say that at all. It says the Lord made man and female. I believe it's Genesis 1 and 26. He said he made man and female. You see what I'm saying? So I thought Eve was the first female because she doesn't even come into the play until Adam and Eve don't come into play to the 2nd chapter. And it says that he rested on the 7th day. That's the beginning of the 2nd chapter. You see what I'm saying? So, them all talking about that Adam and Eve were the only people, two people, or just saying that Africa is where the first people were. Well, the Lord is describing his land and where it's at. And it's in the Middle East. Right. You see what I'm saying? You got this, sir? it says after these, Adam also. Well, what after what these? Basically, like I was just saying, there were people before Adam, and he came after them. You see what I'm saying? A day is the Bible in Ezekiel says that a day to the Lord can be up to 1,000 years to us. So when it says, oh, the first day God created this, that, and the third, and on the second day this happened, don't look at those as literal days. The Bible is never literal when it comes to time. We got just think of us how we talk. You know what I'm saying? We be like, yeah, I'll be there in 5 minutes. You're not going to be there in 5 minutes. You see what I'm saying? That just means I'll be there shortly. I'll be there in a minute. Just give me a hot second. Now we say stuff like that, a hot second. What is a hot second? You know what I mean? That's not even a real thing. And you're not doing nothing pretty much in a second. But that's just how we talk. So when it says before these, Adam also, just know that the Lord had been made people probably thousands of years, a long time before it was Adam. If I could, sir.
And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures.
Adam was made Lord of all the creatures. Why? Because the people that was here at first, they didn't know God's laws, statutes, and commandments. And Adam was the one that God chose. Just like we chose Abraham to have his land. You see what I'm saying? If I could, sir.
Of him come we all.
Oh, there you go, Christians. Oh, we all come from Adam. You know what I'm saying? Like he was the only person, saying like he was the only person on the face of the earth. No, it says the Bible just said that we all come from Adam. Okay. We all come from Adam. You know what I'm saying? But I'll tell you why we all come from Adam. You know what I'm saying? Adam had a grandson, great-great-grandson named Noah. And Noah and his 3 sons and their all 4 wives were the only people who made it through the flood. So if Adam's grandson and grandchildren are the only ones that made it, then, you know, their seeds are the only one that made it from them. That means we're all from Adam. That's what it means when the Bible says we all come from Adam. You see what I'm saying? There was nobody else who made it. If I could, sir.
Yep. Of him come we all.
About to get to a real heavy part right here.
And the people also.
Oh, it said and. Anybody knows what the word and means? And that means it's going to be something besides that. You know what I'm saying? We all come from Adam. And the people also, if I could, sir.
Whom thou hast created.
Whom
thou hast chosen. Salaki.
Who thou hast chosen. You got everybody that the Lord, everybody comes from Adam. The Lord created everybody, yes. And the people who thou hast chosen. So the Bible's making a distinction between the Lord's chosen people and everybody else.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? If I could, sir.
Yep. Verse 55. All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes.
You can say that again, sir.
All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes.
You know, the Lord has a chosen people.
That's right.
And he made the world for them.
That's right.
For their sake. It excluded everybody else and spoke of the chosen. Made a difference between them and everybody else. And stated that the world was made for us. You ever see Scarface? Because when I first heard this, that's what came to my mind. When Scarface was looking up, when he finally was getting getting up there, you know what I'm saying, for the illegal, unlawful things he was doing to his brethren. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to condone that in any type of way. But just to make the point, you know, when he was sitting back and the blimp came across and was like, the world is yours. That's what popped in my mind when I first heard this scripture right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. You mean to tell me the world's for me? Right. You know what I'm saying? Me and my brethren? You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Right. That is insane. This world, you mean the black sand beaches? That's meant for me to twiddle my toes in? Good night.
Right.
I ain't even know. It's gonna be some vacation time. Oh, it's gonna be some work in the kingdom, but it's gonna be some mean vacays. You know what I mean? When it's time, you know, we're going to some islands that ain't even charted yet. You know what I mean? Angel found this one last week. that thing got pink sand.
Right.
Me up in that thing. You know what I mean? But if I could, any more on that, sir?
Yep. You want 56?
Come on, sir.
Verse 56. As for the other people, which also come of Adam.
As for the other people, now it's getting to the other people now. We spoke when the chosen. The world was made for them, right? We're gonna get to who the chosen is in a minute, right? So you know, God chose Abraham and said his seeds get the Holy Land. You know what I'm saying? Now we find out it's a difference between these chosen people of the Lord and everybody else. Now let's find out about the everybody else.
Thou hast said that they are nothing.
They are what?
They are nothing.
Not what they hold on. Everybody is equal.
Right. They are nothing.
They are nothing. That's what the Lord said. You see what I'm saying? So when you see all these heathens trying to look down on you, just know that they are nothing.
That's right.
The Lord calls them beasts. They bathe in dung. Like dung is like cow poop, you know what I'm saying? With poop, period. You know what I'm saying? They bathe in that. You know what I'm saying? They take urine showers. You know what I'm saying? They sleep with animals. You know what I'm saying? That's why the Lord had to choose a man and give him the law, such a commandments, because they was acting like wild animals. You see what I'm saying? The Lord said they are nothing. If I could, sir.
Come. But be like unto spittle.
Spittle, like that little bit that, you know, right here in the corner, right there.
Right.
I think I got something right there, like that off.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? They're like spittle. You see what I'm saying? The Lord thinks nothing of them. They like spit. Do you care about spit? No, you spit it out your mouth and walk away.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If I could, sir.
Yeah. And has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel.
And he didn't make an example of all of them to just let's say this vessel right here. We got it.
Right.
This is the vessel. Vessel is something that holds, like your body's a vessel. It holds your soul, blood, all that. It's a vessel. You know what I'm saying? But let's say this cup is the vessel that we're talking about get it out the top. You know, and we fill it up with some water. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you get the shake in it, and a little bit falls out. Do you care about that little bit? You know, you still got a whole vessel full.
That's right.
You can still get your thirst on. You know what I mean?
Right.
But that's what the Lord thinks about these heathens. You know, the other people that he did not choose.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You got any more on that, sir?
That's it.
Oh God, sir. If I could, can I get the book of can I get the book of Ezekiel 37? Ezekiel 37 and 21, sir.
Ezekiel chapter 37, verse 21. And say unto them, thus saith the Lord God, behold, I will take the children of Israel.
Who?
I will take the children of Israel.
And once again, I told you that Jacob's name would change to Israel. He had 12 sons. These are the children of Israel. Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, you are the children of Israel. You know what I'm saying? They call it, they try to act like it's a religion or something. Oh, you Israelite. Well, they don't even know the meaning of the word. It means son of. Israel is a man. Son of Israel. That's what it means. It's not, it's a lineage. It's a birthright. It's not a religion or a belief. If I could, sir.
Yep. From among the heathen, whether they be gone, and will gather them on every side, and bring them into their own land.
Into their own land. As you know, Moses brought us out of Egypt and brought us into God's chosen land. What land is this? The same land that he gave to Abraham. You know what I'm saying? Now, a lot of people acting like it belongs to them. You know what I'm saying? It's different people there now. But we're going to find out for sure that land, who it belongs to. You know what I'm saying? It's Abraham and his seeds. But you know, Abraham had more than just one son. So it's different lineages coming from Abraham. You know what I'm saying? Now, right here, we hearing the Lord say that the children of Israel is who he's bringing into this land. So that would pretty much isolate isolate a lot of people out of it right then and there. You see what I'm saying? Because Israel was Jacob. Jacob's father is Isaac. Isaac is Abraham's son. You ever see in the Bible, it often refers to the Lord as the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Right.
Because this is the lineage. You see what I'm saying? But then you got some of those like, oh, well, a lot of people, Abraham had more than one son. You had Ishmael. You know what I mean? If I could, sir, you got any more of that?
What you want, the next verse?
Nah, Salaki. Shall I get verse 26?
Yep. Verse 26. Moreover, I will make a covenant of peace with them.
He will make a covenant of peace with them. You see what I'm saying? If I could.
It shall be an everlasting covenant.
An everlasting covenant of peace with the children of Israel in the land.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Any more on that, sir?
Yep, on this verse.
Constant.
And I will place them and multiply them, and will set my sanctuary in the midst of them forevermore.
You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of forever and everlasting. So when he's talking about the children of Israel, you know what I'm saying? He said he will make an everlasting covenant of peace with them. Now, if you look over there in that land today, what's going on over there? Does that look like peace to you? You know what I'm saying? Well, why do you have to say free Gaza? Because they're at war. You see what I'm saying? Allah is not saving them. They need Allah real bad right now. And all I see around here is a bunch of people marching and protesting. Well, go over there and save Gaza. You got all these signs. Go over there and save them. Because Allah ain't doing the damn thing for them.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? And the Israeli, you could tell that he's a bastard just for what he's doing to these people.
Right.
That devil, our oppressor, and he's one of them too. That Jewish man is from Esau. He ain't no different than what they did to us here in America. And he's showing it right now. All that planned victim and, it's anti-Semitic. You see what I'm saying? Planned victim. You know what I mean? You can't talk about us. The Holocaust. And we ain't saying nothing about the Holocaust. That's horrible what their kin did to them.
Right.
Hitler was their kin.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It wasn't our brother. Their own brother did that to them. And it was horrific what he did. You see what I'm saying? 6 million of them died. Well, 99 million died in just blacks alone. Right. Died in the transatlantic slave trade. 77 million Native Americans died right here because of our oppressor. Was unalived by our oppressor. Right. Where Hitler turned around and said, well, you know what? I want to make the Volga River just like the Mississippi River. Why? Because he learned that from America. What he did to his own brethren is what he learned from America. That's right. You see what I'm saying? He didn't name anybody specific. We always try to look at Hitler. Oh, he's the worst dude that ever lived. Well, the first dude that ever lived didn't name anybody specific. He just said America. Why? Because it was all of them. You see what I'm saying? And he learned it from all of them. Right. You see what I'm saying? When it come down to it, that Jewish man over there doing the same thing that supposedly happened to him to the Palestinians. You know what I'm saying? But come to find out, like, they all doing it for ill reasons anyway, because the land don't even belong to them. You see what I'm saying? But they all exposing themselves, and the Lord's about to bring it out. You see what I'm saying? You got any more, Ezra? That's it. Okay, come, sir. If I could get the book of the book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 7. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord said that he's making an everlasting covenant of peace with the children of Israel. You see what I'm saying? He didn't say anybody else. That's why it's war over there right now. You know what I'm saying? God gave us a land, and we're not in our land right now. You know what I'm saying? You're going to find out that all of this whole world, everything is about us. We're the chosen, blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. You need to know that, because when I first found out, like, hold on, it really is all about us. You see what I'm saying? Like, we live in lives like they purposeless. Right. They're not. All of this is for us. You see what I'm saying? If I could, sir. Yep.
Romans chapter 9, verse 7. Neither because they are the seed of Abraham are they all children.
See, it's Lord is talking about Abraham, his children. Neither just because they're the seed are they all. The Lord doesn't even consider them all his children. You see what I'm saying? That's what the Lord is saying right there. If I could, sir.
But in Isaac shall thy seed be called.
See, the Lord said that, you know, just because they are seeds, it's saying they're seeds.
Right.
But he don't consider them Abraham's children. Why? Because he chose Isaac. You see what I'm saying? Abraham, that covenant was given to Abraham, and he chose Isaac to get it. You see what I'm saying? And he's saying like all the other kids, he had other children, but the Lord only recognizes one, and that's Isaac. As I was saying before, the Lord of the Bible is known as the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You see what I'm saying? And you'll find out as we go down the line, the Lord was doing the choosing. You see what I'm saying? You got a chosen people. The Lord chose all the way down to the people we are today. He chose Abraham out of everybody in the world.
Right.
Then he chose Isaac over his other brethren. You see what I'm saying? You got any more on that, sir?
Yep.
Come on, sir.
But in Isaac shall thy seed be called. That's it.
And see, he only calls Isaac Abraham's seed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because he was chosen. You know what I'm saying? If I could get the book of the book of Genesis, chapter 17, verse 20. We're gonna get to it for those who may say that Ishmael, that's why over there in Gaza today, they over there thinking that the land belongs to them. Then why in the Crusades was the Muslims fighting for the Holy Land? I thought Mecca was the Holy Land. Then you think Mecca, they go over there all the time and pray to the rock, sir. You know, and I thought that was their Holy Land. That's where they do their holy dance around the rock.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It was definitely holy, because holy means separate. And they only want to do that garbage right there, dancing around the rock.
Right.
Kissing it, everybody sliding it down.
It's like what you said, it's Genesis 17.
Concert, 17 and 20.
Okay.
Concert. But yeah, that, you know, I thought they had their homeland. Why were they fighting in the Crusades for the Holy Land, the true Holy Land, Jerusalem?
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? And well, we about to find out why they shouldn't even do it. You know, they shouldn't have done it, and they shouldn't be there now to even have to be freed. You know what I'm saying? From the tyranny of our oppressor.
Right.
Good, sir.
Yep. Genesis chapter 17, verse 20. And as for Ishmael, I have heard thee. Behold, I have blessed him and will make him fruitful and will multiply him exceedingly.
Right. So anybody knows, you can go and ask any herb.
Right.
Any herb that's in his Islam. Some of these filthy herbs over this joint, they done got over here and become Leviticus and all that. They not even doing the Islam thing anymore because they in America. That's what America does to you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Got the Asian man wearing suits. You know what I mean? Instead of his traditional garments and all that. But you guys, just about any Arab man, and he'll let you know that he's a descendant of Ishmael. Because see, like, unlike us blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, these heathens know their culture and where they come from, their history, their lineage. So they'll tell you, I'm from Ishmael. And the Lord said that, yeah, okay, because Abraham asked him, what about my son Ishmael? You see what I'm saying? And the Lord said, you know, I'll bless him, he'll be fruitful. You look at the herbs today, it's a lot of them. It's a lot of herbs. You go there in the Middle East, they is deep. That's why America has so much problem fighting them all the time. It's a lot of them. They may not have the weapons, but you got to take down. You got to take them down. It's, you know, you can jump.
Right.
You know what I mean? But the Lord said they're going to be fruitful, exceedingly fruitful. You know, so He's going to bless them. They're going to have great nations. A lot of them. You know, He's blessed. You know what I mean? They leaving Bentleys in the sand over there. they got money over there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And never said they ain't had no money. You know, I'm getting the car and inspected the other day, and the dude telling me how he had my car some years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And he was like reminiscing how he dogged that joint. You can just tell. I was dogging this joint. You know what I mean? But they got money. You know, so the Lord said they will be blessed. They are. Look at it.
Right.
You know what I mean? If I could, sir.
Yep. 12 princes shall he beget. and I will make him a great nation.
And he'll be a great nation. They getting their thing right here. They join their kingdom as well.
But my covenant.
It says but. See, like we use the word and other, and we broke down the and means something different. But that's the key word right here. But if I could, sir.
But my covenant will I establish with Isaac.
The Lord has chosen again. You know what I'm saying? He chose Abraham out of everybody in the world. He's choosing Isaac out of his brethren. Yeah. Ishmael is blessed. You Arab man, you blessed. You see what I'm saying? Now, a blessing is not the same thing as the covenant. The Lord said, but my covenant. You know what I'm saying? The covenant, the heritage, you know, the promises, you know what I'm saying? Go to Isaac. You see what I'm saying? The Lord chose again. You know what I mean? Any more on that, sir?
Yep. Who Sarah, which Sarah shall bear unto thee at this set time in the next year.
And it was crazy though. Sarah was barren. You know what I'm saying? You know, I like to use this example a lot. The Lord can do what he wants. You know, the Lord usually does things and he has a plan. And you know, no matter what may have happened to you in the past, if you doing the Lord's will, doing his work, have no fear. Be courageous. That feeling that the Lord gives you, that Holy Spirit, is called the comfort. It's supposed to give you courage to do what you have to do. You see what I'm saying? Gave Abraham the courage to leave his family. You see what I'm saying? Go to a land that he never knew. You know what I'm saying? Well, Sarah, she didn't believe that she can have children. You see what I'm saying? But instead of thinking that way, you should always just have faith that the Lord will give you what you need. You know what I'm saying? Give you what you need if you do what he said. Faith without works is dead. You have to work, but then have faith that the Lord's going to give you what he said he was going to give you.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's how it works. You don't just claim it. Just claim it like they say in that church. You got to claim that car, that new job. Now it doesn't work that way.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You got any more of that, sir?
That's it.
So if I could get the book of Genesis chapter 25, verse 25. You know what I'm saying? Right here, we're about to bring it out. The next that the Lord chose. You see what I'm saying? Like I said, it was a lineage. He chose Abraham out of everybody in the world. He chose Isaac out of his brethren. You got that, sir?
Yep. Genesis chapter 25, verse 25. And the first came out red all over like a hairy garment. And they called his name Esau.
There you go again, Esau. Aaron. Read about Esau earlier. How does God feel about Esau? You know what I'm saying? He hated Esau. It says right here that he came out red all over like a hairy garment. This is exactly, and this might be a pretty generous picture of Esau.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because when it says hurry all over, just think of that caveman on the Geico commercial. You see what I'm saying? I saw a devil the other day, and he did not shave. He let his beard grow like it was, and he let his hair go and everything. Good example of it. You should see them devils in the 60s, and in the 70s, when they was in their hippie mode. Like they look like cavemen. You see what I'm saying? Well, it says right here the origin of them. He came out red and hairy all over. Red all over. Came out red, hairy all over like a garment. You see what I'm saying? And his name was Esau. You know what I'm saying? Because of he was so light, he was so pale that he looked like he was dead. So his name Esau means wasted away. You see what I'm saying? Mm. If I could, sir.
Yep. 126.
Carson.
And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob.
And it says that after that came Jacob, right? And we already talked about that Jacob is the forefather of Blacks, Latinos, Native Americans. And it said he was holding on to his heel, you know what I'm saying, because they were fighting in that womb. You know what I mean? If you read further up in the chapter, Genesis chapter 25, their mother, Rebecca, was having a very hard pregnancy, you know what I'm saying? And she went to inquire of the Lord, which means she went to a prophet of the Lord, you know what I'm saying? And he told her that two different nations are in your womb. And when the Bible speaks of nations, the word nations is like saying race today. You know what I'm saying? Countries, we like to look at things doing like countries today, but countries would be kingdoms, but nations would be races. You see what I'm saying? And he told her 2 different races is in your womb. And they're 2 different mannerisms of people. Like these 2 nations are nothing alike. The Lord can do that if he wants to. He can put 2 different, completely different individuals inside of her womb. You see what I'm saying? And she knew it, and she knew how to carry it because of this. And he said one of them, Salaki, if we could go up there, I think that's an important verse to get. I wanted to say go up to, what is that, like 21?
Or what you look for particularly?
Where you say that one of them shall serve the other?
Right, 23.
That's 22, come closer.
And the Lord, Genesis chapter 25, verse 23. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. And the one people shall be stronger than the other.
One shall be stronger than the other. You seen the Olympics lately? This is a good example of that. Who winning all the gold medals? Nobody can do anything with us. If you Black, Latino, Native American, when I say Black, I mean West Indian, Haitian as well. You see what I'm saying? Who's doing anything with us in the Olympics? I seen the women's team playing, the women's basketball team playing France, and France was getting in their business for a little minute. So I look over, I'm like, man, who? And come to find out, it looked like it was a bunch of sisters that just live in France. You know what I'm saying? They were Black.
Right.
One African, you know what I'm saying? But I'm looking at their names. They didn't seem to be African, but that's why they were having trouble. But America ended up winning it. The women's gold team winning gold anyway for America. You know what I'm saying? But one shall be stronger than the other. You know, have you ever looked at one of our oppressors and thought they could beat you? No. That's just something we grow up like. We just don't think at all that they can beat us. You know what I'm saying? We're better in everything. When it comes on the work scene, our Latino brothers and sisters is working circles around these devils.
That's right.
But they won't give them the pay to what they need to. They should be the foreman leading everything. But they got some unorganized. They got some unorganized devil running the show. If I could, sir.
Yep. And the oldest shall serve the younger.
And the oldest shall serve the younger. Remember that right there. If I could get verse 30, sir.
Verse 30. And Esau said to Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with that same red pottage.
And see, Esau, he was a hunter, so he coming in from a long hunt. It doesn't say if he caught anything or not, you know what I mean? But he was hunting. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't just whip up a deer anyway right away. But Jacob was fixing pottage. He sent him that red pottage. You know what I'm saying? Because he wanted it right now. You know, that's the spirit of him. He don't give a damn if it's cooked all the way. You know, he need it now. That's how he eat today. He's not cooking everything all the way. They even got al dente, uncooked vegetables. You know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't cooking nothing.
Right.
No seasoning, no fire, no, you know, like, dang, just before fire, I'm pretty sure he was loving it. You know what I'm saying? Even so he's coming in and he's like, give me some of that pottage that you got, if I could.
Right. Therefore shall thou be called Edom.
And his name is changed to Edom. You know what I'm saying? If I could.
Which
Can you go next verse?
Yep. And Jacob said, sell me this day thy birthright.
And Jacob, you know how we be finessing anyway. You know, he knew his brother was a greedy bastard. He was like, well, sell me your birthright then. You know what I'm saying? You know, I ain't finished. You in my kitchen. I ain't even finished cooking. You in my kitchen. You know how we are. You know, sell me your birthright. You know, because he knew how his brother was. You know what I'm saying? What was that birthright? Because, you know, in our culture, you know, which Isaac followed the law, statutes, and commandments. You know what I'm saying? The eldest son gets the birthright. And what was that birthright? It would be the covenant of the Lord, all of that. And Jacob's like, shoot, well, sell me your birthright. If I could, sir.
And Esau said, behold, I am at the point to die. And what profit shall this birthright do to me? And Jacob said, swear to me this day. And he sware unto him and he sold his birthright unto Jacob.
Ain't that something? He gave up the world just for some soup. That's our oppressor right there. He ain't thinking about years from now and keeping the earth clean or anything. His great grandchildren, what they got to live in, what he's making of everything, what he's doing to everybody else. He doesn't think like that. He's thinking what he can get right now. You know what I'm saying? And Jacob, you know, he got him. He finessed him out of there. He knew he was gonna do it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So with a little bit of backdrop, you know, when it came down to it, you know, he tried to back out of that. He still wanted the blessing. Even he didn't mention that he had gave his birthright over, you know what I'm saying, to his father, because his father ended up giving it to Jacob. And that was because their mother, Rebecca, remembered what the Lord told them. For everybody who says that, oh, well, Rebecca and Jacob, they stole it. They really stole it from Esau. No, the Lord said that the elder shall serve the younger, and Jacob was the younger. So his mother was following what the Lord said. Jacob even had a problem with being, you know, kind of trying to trick his father. You know what I'm saying? Because his father couldn't see. Isaac was, you know, it was on his last days. He really couldn't see, and you know how it is when older people, you know what I'm saying? So he passed the blessing, and Rebecca helped Jacob get that, do what the Lord wanted. You see what I'm saying? So right here we have with the Lord had said that the elder shall serve the younger. That was the Lord choosing again. The Lord chose Jacob over Esau.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So, you know, a little recap again. He chose Abraham over the whole world, Isaac over the rest of his brethren. Now he's choosing Jacob over Esau. The Lord knew what he wanted. It's called the Holy Spirit. It's God's will, his vibe. What he wanted, what he wants done, that's his vibe. That's the Holy Spirit right there. Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. Now we're getting down to the nitty. You know what I'm saying? If I could, sir, get the book of Genesis chapter, the book of Jeremiah 31 and 31, sir. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, Jacob Jacob name changed to Israel, and he had 12 sons. So those are the sons of Israel. Right. So when in the Bible, when it says house of Israel, all over the Bible, that's all it's talking about. That's right. House of Israel, children of Israel, O ye men of Israel, O Israel. It's everywhere. Right. That's all this Bible was about, is the children of Israel who God hand selected all the way down to them. You see what I'm saying? If I could, sir.
Yep. Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 31. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel.
The Lord said he will make a new covenant with the house of Israel. And when you think of the house of Israel, I said that's one of the things that they say. What's in your house? Your family. You see what I'm saying? He's talking about the family of Israel. The Lord said he's going to make a new covenant with the house of Israel. You see what I'm saying? If I could, sir.
Yep. And with the house of Judah.
And the house of Judah. Because at one point, you know, our family, you know what I'm saying, the children of Israel had split, you know, like civil war, you know what I'm saying, and you had Israel, which we, you know, you say like the northern kingdom. Today, that would be your Latinos, all the Latinos and the Native Americans. That's like 9 tribes out of 12. And the last 3, which is Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, that would be Judah, House of Judah, is the Black Americans, so-called Black Americans today. So-called West Indians will be Benjamin, and the so-called Haitians will be the tribe of Levi. You know what I'm saying? That would be your southern kingdom, and they call that Judah. You see what I'm saying? So the Lord is saying he will make a new covenant with Israel and Judah. There's nobody else included. You see what I'm saying? I keep telling you, it's all about you. The Lord, in no point, he selected all the way down to you, and he's still saying, I'm going to make a new covenant with you. Why? Because we had the old covenant. We just read about it. We just read about the old covenant. The Lord is talking about a new covenant. You know what I'm saying? Because one time we were so vicious against the Lord that the Lord disowned us. But he said he'll make a new covenant with us. And the reason why we do have that today is because Christ died for it. An innocent man died so that we could come back to the Lord.
Right.
Will make you start doing what you have to do, what the Lord said. Because he had to die as an example of what the Lord will do to you. You see what I'm saying? And he didn't even do nothing. If I could, Slock, so you got any more on that?
Yep. No, that's the end of that one.
Verse 32.
Well, 32.
Constant.
Verse 32. Not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers.
Not according to the covenant that with the fathers. Why? Because like we had already had the, let me get about 2 lambs ready. I'm gonna tear something up in here. You know what I'm saying? We was already ready to sacrifice the lambs, the bullock, you know, all that, because we was already doing sin. That's like when these Christians in these churches today be like, listen, Lord, forgive me for what the sin I'm about to commit. Now, it don't work that way.
Right.
It don't work that way. The Lord got rid of that. You can't say that. You see what I'm saying? The Lord made a new covenant where you're not sacrificing no animals, nothing like that to the Lord anymore. You know what your sacrifice is? You're the sacrifice. You changing your ways. That's what the Lord wants. He don't want anything you have. It's already his. You see what I'm saying? And that's what he wants you to do. That's the new covenant. You know what I'm saying? And it took Christ to even get that. So you should want to respect what Christ did for us and change your way. You see what I'm saying? If I could, sir.
Yep. Not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day that I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt.
You all know Moses brought us out of the land of Egypt. You see what I'm saying? And I'm sure in the future, I'm going to prove that we're the people that the Lord brought out of Egypt. So just stay with me. When I keep saying that we're the children of Israel, if you're not convinced, we're coming to it. But it says right here, the Lord brought us out of Egypt. You know what I'm saying? We had that old covenant that he made with our forefathers. I could, sir.
Yep. Which my covenant they break, although I was an husband unto them, said the Lord.
And the Lord called himself a husband on us. You know why? Because we broke that covenant. We kept going to Islam, going to Christianity. You see what I'm saying? We want to be a Buddhist. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, all that. You know what I'm saying? We rubbing rocks together. We doing everything. We reading the horoscopes. Where the Lord said, that's something I made to help you. You wasn't supposed to worship it. You see what I'm saying? We worshiping money. We worshiping our oppressor. You see what I'm saying? Talking about, you can get this, it's legal for it. Drugs are lawful. Nah, just because he said don't mean nothing. That's you worshiping our oppressor. You see what I'm saying? And worshiping that drug that we all for. You know what I'm saying? From the simplest of marijuana to the big drugs. You know what I mean? You're not supposed to be under any other worship. You know what I'm saying? We done played the harlot. We done ran around and you know what I'm saying, with every other thing except for the Lord. That's why he says, I have been a husband unto you. You know what I'm saying? Anything else on that, sir?
That's the end of that one.
Come, sir. If I can get the book of Hebrews 8:8 for the Christians. Now, this one right here is just specifically for you Christians. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all don't tend to like when y'all hear the Old Testament say something. We're about to hear the same thing written in the New Testament. If you thought, oh, this wasn't just this New Testament, that was the Old Testament, so that was the children of Israel. But in the New Testament, that's for everybody. You know what I mean? Let's hear what the New Testament has to say about God's covenant. If I could, sir.
Hebrews chapter 8, verse 8. For finding fault with them, he saith, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah.
What book is this again, sir?
It's Hebrews.
Book of Hebrews. The last I checked, that was the New Testament.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what Christians read, right? So if I could, we read that one more time, sir.
Hebrews chapter 8, verse 8. For finding fault with them, he saith, behold, the days come, saith the Lord. When I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel.
With the who?
with the house of Israel.
It's the New Testament. He said he's going to make a new covenant with the house of Israel, just like he did in the Old Testament, if I could, sir.
And with the house of Judah.
It doesn't sound exactly the same. The house of Israel, house of Judah, new covenant, if I could.
Mm-hmm.
That's it, sir?
No, that's in that verse.
Come, sir. I just ran that one just for the Christian, because you wanted to act like that's not what's happening.
Right.
That's in the part of the Bible that you read too.
Right.
New covenant with only Judah and Israel. It doesn't say anybody else. You know what I mean? It's like I said, and you know who wrote that book, right?
Hebrews?
Concert.
No, not off the top of my head.
You don't know who wrote that book?
Not off the top of my head.
Called Concert. I was kind of asking because I didn't know off the top of my head.
No, that's no sweat. I have an idea, but once again, I don't want to guess.
Me neither. I have an idea too.
Yeah.
I didn't want to just say. You know what I'm saying? If I could get the book of Jeremiah 14:2. Now we get into the part where we let it be known who the children of Israel are. You know what I mean? Let you know it is all about us. And is this Tommy? Tommy says, I'm at home budding weed. You budding weed? What is budding weed? Anyway, I think he's saying budding weed because he put two ends.
That's Benjamin.
Huh?
That's Benjamin.
Oh, so you gotta give yourself away. You might be from the tribe of Benjamin. You're at home budding weed, watching this nonsense. Hey, at one point, pretty much all of us was doing that and started watching, and guess what? Guess what we ended up in here, because usually something that's usually being said will hit home in some type of way.
Right.
You know what I mean? If it doesn't, just keep watching. You know what I'm saying? But shalom to you, Tom. We got Lisa John up in here. Shalom to you, sis. We got True Mataya up in here. Mataya. We got Simbalok up in here. Anybody else join in? Shell. We got Shell up in here. Shalom, sis. Didn't see your camp, Shell. My Donna. Shalom, sis. Who else we got? Anybody else? Okay. I'm gonna keep it going. So you got that?
Yep. Jeremiah chapter 14, verse 2. Judah mourning.
Judah, like you said before, there was a kingdom called Judah, but also Judah can be used for all of Israel as well. You see what I'm saying? So it's right here saying Judah mourneth. You see what I'm saying? Anybody know what mourning means? To be sad, like they're troubled. You know what I'm saying? You look around you today, who are the people that are troubled? The people who are on the corners, you know what I'm saying, laying down just in the middle of the sidewalk, sometimes the street, just laying it. And you would think they were unalive or something. Nah, they just picked that spot and laid it. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure you've seen that before. It's a lot of that here. You know what I mean? People walk around talking to themselves, people displaced out of their homes, people suffering from afflictions like addiction. You know what I'm saying? Like, you look at who are the people who mainly suffer these things, in the whole world today. Because I'm telling you, anywhere that we live, Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, they call it the ghetto. And you see these same things, you know what I'm saying, where let's compare it to the Jewish man who calls himself the Jew. You know what I mean? But really, he's letting you know he's not a Jew by calling himself Jewish. If I said your shirt was any ish, like if I said this shirt, this jacket is teal-ish, you know what I'm saying? Right. That means it's not teal. Something like it, but it's not teal. But he letting you know off the break. Let's compare him as we read this down, because I don't see him mourning at all. He owns everything, from the movies to the music. Hey, they putting sound waves in the music just to make you feel a certain way. It's more sad, more angry. You know what I'm saying? They manipulating the music, and come to find out, they own all the private prisons. They use the music just to put us in prison. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
But they own everything. You know what I mean? Are they in mourning? I wouldn't think so. Last I checked, they have their own country. They got the biggest I.S.U.P.K parade in all of the world.
Yep.
They supposed to be the holy people, but they got the biggest LGBTQ parade in all of the world, and they do it right in the Holy Land, Jerusalem. You know what I'm saying? If I could, sir.
Yep. Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish.
And what is a gate for? Gate is for your protection. You know what I'm saying? Like you put a gate around something to protect. You know what I mean? Our protection, we have none. You know, so the people who we call for protection, you know, to bring up, you know, Sonia Massey just recently, she called them devils into her house to check on the outside of the house. How did she end up unalive inside of her house by the devils? You know, that's their nature. You see what I'm saying? But she called for them to make sure the outside was safe. And them devils showed up. And that sister's not here with us today.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because she thought that they were her protection. You know what I'm saying? We have no protection. The Lord is our protection.
That's right.
That's why we need to come back to the Lord and start doing with everything that we have to. You know what I'm saying? Like you need something from the Lord. We need protection. How you going to ask for something from your father if you don't bring home the grades, if you don't do the chores? You see what I'm saying? Like, you got to look at it in that sense. You have to do what the Lord said. Your father will give you nothing if you don't do what he said. But the Lord is the same way. You know what I'm saying? It's you know, I have to say, Yahanna just because he even still claims us.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? We all of it, majority of us should be unalive for the things we've done. By his standards.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? Well, the Lord, Slocky, you can read that again, sir?
Yep. The gates thereof languish.
Well, the Lord is our protection. Now let's compare it on the other hand. You know, that Jewish man,
yep,
he got the Iron Dome over there.
That's right.
Man shot like 300 missiles at this man.
Right.
And he knocked like all of them out the sky. We don't even have a missile. Which one of your homies got a missile? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Last I checked, we don't have missiles, let alone a defense system that can block a missile. They dropped a bomb on Philadelphia in a black neighborhood in the 80s. We had no protection from that. Also, you know, when you think of protection in the Bible, you know, your leaders are supposed to be like your protection. They call them watchmen. Well, our watchmen, our leaders, they're supposed to protect us. Your Martin Luther Kings, all your religious leaders. They supposed to be saying what's wrong by following this Bible. It's supposed to be warning us, don't do this. The Bible says don't vote anybody to be your king that's not your brethren. That's a stranger, of somebody who the Lord didn't choose. The Lord didn't choose Trump or Kamala Harris.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Why are they telling us to vote in the church? You know, let alone they used to speak against the I.S.U.P.K back in the day. Now they leading the choir. You know what I'm saying? Jesse Jackson used to be against your body, your choice. He switched that just to be the president. And our gates have language. Language means failed. You see what I'm saying? And our gates, our leaders, religious leaders, and our black leaders, they have failed us. We have no protection. We the ones getting unalive by everybody. You got civilians running around talking about they're gonna get a piece of us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Jordan Neely got unalive by ex-military. He had just got out and was geeking to do something. Who did he choose? Jordan Neely, who was a homeless man dancing for money, and just so happened he couldn't get none that day, and he was really, you know, like you starving and it's, you know, you try to get some money, you would imagine you get a little aggravated. We got a little aggravated, and this devil took it so far he unalived him on the train. Our gates have language, and you know, the devil's people put together millions of dollars for his defense. You see what I'm saying? We couldn't get the protection for George Neely, though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if I could, sir.
Mm-hmm. The gates thereof, the gates thereof language. They are black unto the ground.
They're what, sir?
They are black unto the ground.
It says that the Jews are black. If you go and look at them pyramids, this is a clear listen, the Bible tells you all, but if you sitting home burning weed and you just don't even believe the Bible, look at the pyramids.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? In the pyramids, they had the Jews, the Israel, the slaves, and they had the Egyptians. They had both of their pictures in the pyramid. Is anybody white? No. Both of them were black. The Bible said that the Jews are black onto the ground. Why? Because if you go into the ground, there are many shades of brown. Light, you know what I'm saying? Like our Latino brothers who also have very, very dark Latinos amongst them. You know what I'm saying? Then you get to us Benjamin and Judah, Black Americans and West Indians who are mainly dark skinned, but also have very light Black Americans and West Indians among us. You see what I'm saying? They're all different shades onto the ground. You see what I'm saying? The Bible says the Jews are black. If I could, get the book of Deuteronomy 28 and 68. It's what I would tell you. We learn it down and let you know this land was given to God's chosen. It told you who God gave his covenant to. He narrowed it down to who exactly he wanted it to go through by choosing all the way through the race. You know what I'm saying? To the children of Israel. Now it says the children of Israel are black.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And we just getting to it. We just narrowing it down, if I could, sir.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Now, this is Moses talking to the children of Israel in Deuteronomy 28. You know what I mean? And he's talking. First of all, he said you. He didn't say your children. You know, this is also a reincarnation scripture. He let you know you shall go into Egypt again. Egypt is short for the word Egyptos, which is Latin. Is it Latin, sir?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Latin. For the Latin word.
Like Greek,
Salaki. So I always get that one mixed up. But it's short for the Greek word Egyptos, which means bondage.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And Moses is saying, he's going to bring you into bondage again, because Moses brought us out of bondage. You see what I'm saying? Out of Egypt. But they call Egypt, it wasn't called Egypt back then. It was from the people Mizraim. So it's called, what was it called? Mizraim. Yeah. That's what it was called back then. Mm-hmm. And Moses brought us out of bondage there. So he's saying you're going back into bondage again, if I could, sir.
With ships.
What captivity did the people come taken captive were brought on ships? It's only one famous captivity, the transatlantic slave trade. This is Moses prophesying the transatlantic slave trades thousands of years before it happened. See, that's one thing about this Bible. It's not only poetic and how poetic and how it talks. It has real prophecies that came true thousands of years before they came. Name me another book that has prophecies in it. That toilet paper called the Quran doesn't have prophecies. Right. I challenge Muslims all day. Show me a prophecy that was written and show me it today.
Right.
They can't do it. They sidebar till they can get away from you. You see what I'm saying? So, just show me any other book. All these books that y'all talking about is worth following. Show me one that prophesied the future. You see what I'm saying? Because a regular man can't prophesy the future. The Lord gave that to him. You see what I'm saying? And this is prophesied. Moses prophesied the transatlantic slave trade thousands of years before it happened. He said you were going to bondage again with ships. If I could, sir.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee.
Because he was talking to everybody in front of him. Everybody he was talking to. Go ahead.
Thou shalt see it no more again.
You will never see your homeland again. And you look at it, we not in our homeland. We went over the geography of where the homeland was. It's the Middle East. What they call the Middle East, the Fertile Crescent over there. And Blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, majority of us are right here in the Americas, far from our homeland. America is not our rest. It is not our home. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord said we would never see it again. You got some of these fake Israelites said they're gonna go, we're gonna just go move over there. Or some who just know we're gonna move over there and become second-class citizens who are forced to join the military. forced to pay extra taxes, and live in the neighborhoods next to nuclear plant. See what I'm saying? And the Lord said you will never see it again. It's nothing you can solve yourself.
Right.
The Lord said something. If I could, sir.
Yep. Absolutely. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Oh, what happened when we got here on those ships? We were sold.
Right.
And the Bible says what to who?
And there ye should be sold unto your enemies.
When we got here, we were sold. Who were we sold to? The Bible calls them our enemies. Yeah. The Bible calls the white woman, man, and child our enemies, our oppressor, our slave master. The Bible called them our enemies. Why we sitting up here trying to hold hands with them today and say, oh, well, they not like that no more. The Bible says never trust thine enemy.
Right.
Don't, not 400 or 500 years later you can trust them. It says never trust thine enemy. You see what I'm saying? But this in a nutshell, already what we read should let you know if you are the ancestor of slaves in America, you know what I'm saying, slaves in the West Indies, slaves in South America, because the first part of the transatlantic slave trade was them gathering Taino Indians, you know, the Native Americans, you know, so basically summing up Latinos and Native Americans and taking them to Europe. That was the first part. You fall into the transatlantic slave trade too. It's a prophecy about Latinos and Native Americans just as much as Black Americans and West Indians. You see what I'm saying? Haitians. And this will let you know that you are a Jew because Moses was talking to the Jews when he said this. Got any more on that, sir?
Yep. For bondmen and bondwomen.
For slave man and slave woman. That's what we became after we were sold to our enemies, the white man. You know what I'm saying? And what is so crazy is that all happened. All of that happened to all Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, forefathers and mothers. And it's crazy because today we think we different people. Whereas our oppressors, some of them talk Spanish, and they end up enslaved. They were the ones who enslaved our Latino brothers and sisters. You see what I'm saying? And they think that there's somebody different. They're not our family. Just because they were enslaved by an oppressor who talks a different language.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? If I could, sir.
Yep. For bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
But, you know, you would wonder why it says no man should buy you when it just said we were sold. Well, when it says no man shall buy you, that means no man shall redeem you, deliver you, save you. You see what I'm saying? Like I said, we have no protection. You know what I'm saying? There's no man that can do anything. That's another cut to the Jewish man. You know what I'm saying? America and Great Britain and them came and saved you and put you over there.
Right.
A man saved you. The Lord said no man can save you.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? The Jewish man didn't come over on ships in his captivity. It's another cut to him right there. You see what I'm saying? If I could, sir, get the book of Deuteronomy 7 and 6.
Yep.
And now that we didn't broke it down like who the Jew is, because we already heard that God gave a land, that land to the people that he chose. Narrowed it all the way down to the children of Israel. And the children of Israel is you, Black man, Latino man, Native American man. Now that we know that, let's continue on to find out about us. If I could, sir.
Yep. Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people.
Thou art an holy people. Holy. That's Kodash in the Hebrew. Qadash, if you need to spell it. Qadash. Kodash means separate and set apart. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't mean sanctified, holy, the righteous, you know what I'm saying, the most righteous and all that crazy stuff that they're talking about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It just means set apart and separate. So when the Lord says that this is the Holy Bible, this knowledge ain't like no other knowledge that you ever go. This ain't no book you ever gonna read. No other book can compare to this. It don't have no prophecies, nothing. You know what I'm saying? When the Lord says, I am holy, you know what I'm saying? That means there's no God unto him. Right here, the Lord saying, you are holy. That means you are separate and should be set apart from every other people. You ever notice some old Bibles going flips that they can't even they can't even judge. So they banning, they Dominique Dawes, Simone Biles, you know what I'm saying? We doing stuff that like nobody can even judge. They can't even put a number on it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like in the racing wise, what's his name? Usain Bolt. Good night, he was fast.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he got his and got out, but man, he left a mark. You know what I mean?
Right.
And like we doing things that are so amazing. You know, like we shouldn't even be competing with anybody else. They should just have our own Olympics for us. Because we so vicious they can't even judge the things that we doing.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? But right here it says we are holy people, if I could, sir.
Unto the Lord thy God.
Unto the Lord thy God. Thy is very possessive.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Thy God. Didn't say everybody's. Your God. Black man, Latino man, Native American man. If I could.
The Lord thy God has chosen thee.
And we talked about early. If you chose something, what you also doing, you're not choosing the rest.
Right.
The Lord chose you. Now let's recap again, because I'm breaking it down. He chose Abraham over the whole world. He chose Isaac from the rest of his brethren. He chose Jacob over Esau.
Right.
Now he chose you, black man, Latino man, Native American man.
That's right.
The covenant goes to you. He made a new covenant with the house of Israel, with the house of Jacob. That's you, black man, Latino man, Native American man. He chose you. You know what I'm saying? It should mean something. You know what I mean? You got things you chose. They special to you, right? Well, we're special to the Lord. It should make you do a lot. You know what I'm saying? That we not doing today. Make you stop doing a lot of things that we are doing today.
Right.
If I could, sir.
The Lord thy God have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
To be a special people, like I said. You know, Mike Tyson, Michael Jackson, James Brown, you know what I mean? Michael Jordan, we just name them. You know what I'm saying? These other heathens, a heathen is somebody that's other than God's chosen people. If you ain't black, Latino, Native American, you a heathen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? These heathens don't have anybody that can pay. They still in our music. They still in our breakdancing. They still in everything that we do. We could wear the same clothes that they do. They gonna steal our style because we do it better. We gonna get to that part too. You know what I'm saying? If I could, sir.
God. Above all the people.
Hold on. We supposed to be equal with everybody?
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
And the Bible said that Moses said that the Lord chose us to be special above all the people.
That's right.
That on the whole face of the earth. He ain't even exclude nobody. Everybody on the face of the earth, we better than them.
Right.
You should, when you go to work tomorrow, you should just walk around. I would advise you to do this so you get a real feel of the spirit of the Lord. When you just walk around and be like, you know what? I'm better than him. Matter of fact, I smell better than him.
Yep.
Look what I got that new Canizari. You know what I'm saying? Give him something on today. I smell way better than him. He ain't got nothing on, no deodorant, no nothing.
Right. You
see what I'm saying? He smelled like the curry he ate last night, fufu he ate last night. You see what I'm saying? And if not, he get wet, he smells awful. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Over. Anyway, but you should just get that feeling when you go outside tomorrow, go to work. Just look at these devils, all these oppressors, these heathens, and you know what? God said I'm better than you.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And once again, Aaron, is there unrighteousness with God? He said there's no unrighteousness with God. He calls them spittle. He called them spittle. He said they were nothing. They like a drop that falls out of a vessel. And he said, you are above all of them. You see what I'm saying? Black man, Latino man, Native American man.
Right.
So-called. What you really called is an Israelite. That's what God calls you. You know what I'm saying? If I could, sir, can I get the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 13?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna break it down. Keep going because I told you now that we know who we are, this, that, and the third. The Lord loves us. We special. We could do anything better than them. We even dress better than them. Right. Let's just find out just how special we are. If I could, sir.
Matthew chapter 5, verse 13. Ye are the salt of the earth.
We are the salt of the earth. What does salt do? Provide the flavor.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? We even talk like that, man. Listen, man, I like this. I like, man, you got a lot of flavor. I'm trying to tell you. You know what I'm saying? You're not saying that you about to chop his thumb off and take a bite. You know, you're saying that, man, you know, you fly, you know, as he doing this thing, you look special, like the Lord made us. You know what I'm saying? But salt, we said we're the salt of the earth. You know what I'm saying? The earth would be just a regular chicken. You got to put some salt on that thing and it's going to be right.
That's right.
Of course, that's how we are. You know, you got some people out there who don't season anything, but you know, so they wouldn't even understand what the salt of the earth is.
Right.
They don't understand us. In other words, my good sir.
Yep. Ye are the salt of the earth, but if the salt hath lost its savor, wherewith shall it be salted?
Like, you know, is it even us out here trying to be like the oppressor, taking on his ways? What makes us special is acting the way the Lord gave us, our culture. You know what I'm saying? Our law, statutes, commandments is also our culture. You know what I'm saying? And if we stop doing that and start acting like everybody else, then we're losing our flavor.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? We inviting everybody to the cookout. You know, we losing, we're watering down our flavor. You know what I'm saying? Trying to mix with them, letting them mix with us. You know what I'm saying? It also takes us away from the Lord. You see what I'm saying? And if we lose our flavor, what good is we?
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? If any more on that, sir?
God. Well, it's like it is thenceforth good for nothing, but to be cast out and to be trodden under foot of men.
See? That explains it all. If we lose our flavor and we're nothing special, you know what I'm saying? We end up right here where we are today, on the bottom, getting treated by every nation that comes into this place. They devour us. They got their stores in our neighborhoods, disrespecting us, selling us trash. They look at us like trash. They call us every byword.
Right.
That's what that means. Because we don't want to express our flavor to be under our culture. You see what I'm saying? They stealing it, acting like it's everybody's, and then they put us down for it, right, for not having it over them. You see what I'm saying? You got any more on that, sir?
That's the end of that, priest.
I get the book of Ezekiel, chapter 16, verse 8.
Mm-hmm. Ezekiel, chapter 16, verse 8. Now when I passed by thee and looked upon thee, behold, thy time was the time of love.
And this is the Lord saying how, you know, when he chose us, the state we was in, this, that, and the third. And this is the Lord saying how he raised us up to be what we are. You know what I'm saying? He said he passed by us, and this is the time of love. What is love? Following the law, statutes, and commandments. Gave us a culture. He also was about to give us some swag. Let's check it out.
And I spread my skirt over thee.
And he spread his skirt over us. And the Lord covered us. You know what I'm saying? If you cover something, you're not, you're protecting it. You know what I'm saying? The Lord put his protection, his cover over us. If I could.
And covered thy nakedness.
Our nakedness. We didn't have this cover at first. What is his cover? His law, statutes, and commandments. You know what I'm saying? Under the Lord's law, statutes, and commandments, we are covered by the Lord. We're not doing anything that could get us put in prison. You see what I'm saying? We're not doing anything that hinder our brethren, our brotherhood. If we have the brotherhood that the Lord gave us, we will be coming up even more and doing things that they can't stop. You see what I'm saying? Well, he covered our nakedness, if I could, sir.
And thou becamest mine.
And we began, once again, that's real possessive right there. We can't get no more possessive than that. The Lord said we became his. He didn't say nobody else. He chose us to be a special people above everybody else. If I could.
Go to the next verse.
Come on, sir.
Then washed I thee with water. Yea, I thoroughly washed away thy blood from thee.
He thoroughly washed away the sin from us. You see what I'm saying? By us having that law, statutes, commandments, who were reborn, and now it's like you could come in here today, start coming in class, and you'll notice that the older you just start dying, you'll start practicing the things that you're learning that are in this Bible that were never taught to you in that church. So you acting like everybody else. And if everybody else is going to start noticing, and they're going to start treating you different. Why? Because you are different. You're reborn. You become reborn. The Lord washed away their sin. You know what I'm saying? If I could.
Mm-hmm. And I anointed thee with oil.
And he anointed us with oil. He raised us up. Go ahead.
I clothed thee also with broidered work.
And he clothed us with broidered work. Broidered would be like the details on it. So he put all these, fancy, he put all types of broidered work, fancy work on what? If I could.
I decked thee, I clothed thee also with broidered work, and shod thee with badger skin, and I girded thee about with fine linen, and I covered thee with silk.
See what I'm saying? The Lord put the finest threads on us. You see what I'm saying? And made it real detailed, broidered work. You see what I'm saying? Like the Lord, you got children, you know what I'm saying? When you coming up, you put your style that you want on your child. You know what I mean? You dress them up, and if your child grows up, they be looking in the mirror. They be looking in the mirror. Every day you dress them, they looking, they seeing what you putting on. And you give them their swag. I was telling my mother today, because I liked her glasses, the little thing that holds the glasses, so they don't fall. She can wear them around her neck. She had just like this, I don't know what you call it. It's like little tiny beads on the dragon. Like, I like that. I did not look down, and she was coordinating with that, with the whole outfit. I was like, see, that's where I get it from. You know what I mean? Well, this is what the Lord is doing. You know what I'm saying? If you teach a child in a certain way, they won't pop from it when they get older. If I could, sir.
Mm-hmm. I decked thee also with ornaments, and I put bracelets upon thy hands and a chain on thy necks.
The Lord put the chains on our necks and the bracelets on your arms, sister. You know what I'm saying? The 100 bracelets you got right there, that the Lord did that. That's why you feel that way. You want to clean, clean. Y'all like to make noise anyway. y'all walk in, clean, clean, clean. Y'all like that. You know what I'm saying? If I could, sir.
Right. And I put a jewel on thy forehead and an earrings in thy ears.
Yeah, the Lord put earrings in the ears. You know what I'm saying? Jewelry on our forehead. We that's why we wear stuff like this today, because it's in the Bible. You come to I.S.U.P.K, you'll notice we're the only ones who wear stuff like this. All the other fake Israelite groups, I don't even believe they wear headgear. If they do, it doesn't look like this. You see what I'm saying? But that's why, you could never, you're not in the school, you could never buy one of these from me. I won't make you one. You know what I mean? Because this is a direct, a symbol of the I.S.U.P.K. We are the only ones who wear these type of style of headband. You know what I mean? But we do this because it's biblical. If I could, sir.
Mm-hmm. And a crown, and a beautiful crown upon thine head.
Right here. Give me example. If I could, sir.
Keep reading.
Sir.
Thus was thou decked with gold and silver, and thy raiment was of fine linen and silk and broidered work. Thou didst eat fine flour and honey.
And the Lord had us eating the finest things. And recipes and sisters be making. Woo-hoo. And them sisters, especially, sisters coming here, we be looking forward to that. Them sisters come in with them meals, man, they be having all types. I'm talking about jerk chicken, pasta pastas, you know what I'm saying, the finest salads, all that, this, that, and the third. I want to give my hand just right now, my things. Just think about it, because we be looking forward to do this work. And them sisters put in that work, bringing that food in, and everything that they do. Don't think that when you come in here, it's just you sit back, you sit behind the fellas, and you don't do nothing. Nah, sis, we got work for you to do for the Lord too. You know what I'm saying? You can work for the Lord just as hard as we can. You know what I mean? And we appreciate it, wholeheartedly. You know what I'm saying? We'd be nothing without these sisters coming through. You know what I mean? Even so, Salaki. So we also ate the finest. We got them recipes. If I could. Matter of fact, The fried chicken's in the Bible. The Lord said, take the fowl, which is a bird, and mingle it in fine flour and put it in oil. That's the fried chicken.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The Lord had us eating the finest of things because this was in the law for them to sacrifice certain things, and He taught us how to cook these things the way He wanted to smell it.
That's right.
So of course we ate it that way. You know what I mean? If I could, sir.
Yep. With honey and oil, and thou was exceeding beautiful, and thou didst prosper into a kingdom.
And we, because of this, you know what I'm saying, we were following the Lord then, and we was, you know, eating good, this, that, and the third. We prospered into a kingdom. You know what I'm saying? If I could.
Mm-hmm. Next verse.
Yes. Come on.
And thy renown went forth among the heathen for thy beauty.
And look, you never heard the reputation precede you? Our reputation was preceding us among the heathen. They heard about us. You know what I'm saying? This is the way they do today. They over there in different lands, break dancing and doing hip hop and doing that. They got our culture everywhere. Even the little bit that we make in this wicked kingdom, they want to be like us. Our renown has gone forth among the heathens. You know what I mean? If I could, sir, get the book of Songs of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
This is Solomon. Solomon, the king of Israel. You know what I mean? Let you know how it goes from the high up down to the bottom, if I could.
Songs of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 5. I am black, but comely.
Solomon, the king of Israel, said, what again, sir?
I am black.
He said he is black. Once again, the Jews are black. The king of Israel said he's black, but comely. Comely means he looks good. You know what I mean? Looks good. You know what I mean? So he's telling you, I'm black and I look good. Right. You know what I'm saying? Majority of us do that every day. You know what I'm saying? Damn, did I do that? Like, okay, Hosanna Christ.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If I could, sir.
O ye daughters of Jerusalem.
O ye daughters of Jerusalem, because he was spitting game to his wives. You know what I'm saying? As most blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans do, we know how to say something to a sister, you know what I'm saying, and to get her right with you. You know what I'm saying? If I could.
As the tents of Kedar.
Must have been some bad tents, if I could.
As the curtains of Solomon.
Solomon must have had some bad curtains, because he's a king. You know what I mean? So he's a king that can, you know, have all types of everything going on. So pretty sure.
It's what?
Yeah, I want to make sure that the feed ain't, what's the name? Is it still up over there?
Yeah, it's still going.
Oh, that must have been mine. But he a king, so you know everything he had was lavish and plush, you know what I'm saying? So it must have been some bad tents, some bad curtains that he had. Because he was saying, I look good. You know what I'm saying? If I could, verse 10, sir.
Verse 10. Thy cheeks are comely with rows of jewels.
Solomon had a grill. That, you know, he said with rows. You got rows of teeth. That's the only thing on your face that you know could be in your cheeks. He said his cheeks are comely. Comely again. That word means look good. My cheeks look good with rows of jewels. Solomon had a grill, and rulers from all over the world used to come to Solomon for knowledge, because Solomon prayed to the Lord for knowledge, so he was very wise, and that's why you got like the wisdom of Solomon in the Apocrypha. You know what I'm saying? Ecclesiastes, nothing but wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Because Solomon was a very wise man, and you know, different rulers, these heathens were coming far and wide to see what this nigga, I'm gonna say it, this black man, this nigga with a grill in his mouth had to say, because he was a wise man. You know what I'm saying? If I could, sir.
Mm-hmm. Thy cheeks are comely with rows of jewels, thy neck with chains of gold.
And he also had a big chain swinging. Now, when you look around today, everything we just named, from the bangles, the earrings, the crown, the chains, the grill, who does that sound like? Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Whose whole style is that? Without even knowing our style, it never left us. never left us.
That's right.
Do you see any other nation dressing like that? They dress like that because we do. Our renown has gone forth among these heathens.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? We can wear the same thing that they wear, like I said earlier, and we just look better. We just look better, and guess what? The Lord say we better.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? He said we better. We look better. We smell better. You see what I'm saying? If I could, sir, get the book of Matthew, chapter 21 and 21. You know what I'm saying? And our King Christ, you know, make no mistake about it. They be trying to give away everything to everybody else. You know, Christ is in the lineage of King David, who was the father of King Solomon. You see what I'm saying? So obviously Christ was an Israelite as well. He wasn't a Christian. He came from a people. He came from the people that are called Israelites. You know what I'm saying? And make no mistake about it, I tell you, it's all about you. You know what I'm saying? Well, the Bible even says who Christ came for. You know what I'm saying? Everything in this Bible is about you, if I could, sir.
Matthew chapter 1, verse 21. And she shall bring forth a son.
She is married, if I could.
And thou shalt call his name Jesus.
So we all know who we talking about right now, if I could.
For he shall save his people from their sins.
He shall save who, sir?
For he shall save his people.
The Israelites is his people.
That's right.
From their sins. Sin. For time's sake, sin is the Bible in 1 John 3 and 4 says, he who transgresses the law. Transgression means break the cross. He who transgresses the law commits a sin.
Right.
Because sin is the transgression of the law. It says in two different ways, the same thing, just in case you didn't get it the first time. That's the definition of sin. Now, to transgress the law, you would have to have the law. Well, the Bible says that the law, God only gave the law to the chosen, the Jews. You see what I'm saying? So when it says his people and save them from their sins, these heathens they're not even held to it. Right. That's why our oppressor can be the wickedest man unalive in whole nations, being the biggest drug dealer, this, that, and the third. And these heathens eating all this stuff that's causing the swine flu. You see what I'm saying? They're not being held to it like we are. You know what I'm saying? Because our Father gave us rules. He's not gonna punish all the little kids. He's punishing his kids. He gave us the laws. And Christ was sent here to save his people from their sins. That eliminates all heathens right there.
Right.
If I could, sir, get the book of Matthew 10, 5 and 7. You know what I'm saying? That eliminates them all together. It's all about you, black man, Latino man, Native American man. If I could, sir.
Matthew chapter 10, verse 5. These 12 Jesus sent forth and commanded them.
It's like, if I could. These 12, we all know that Christ had 12 disciples. Disciples means students. You know what I'm saying? These were the men who were learning under Christ. Christ was teaching them. And let's find out what Christ taught them this time, if I could.
Saying, go not into the way of the Gentiles.
No, but I thought Christ came for everybody, sir. He said, don't go to in the way of the Gentiles.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't go down the street, you know what I'm saying, to where the Gentiles at. You know what I mean? I thought he came for everybody, though, Christians. This is Christ speaking right here. He's teaching his students not to go to everybody.
Right.
If I could, sir.
Mm-hmm. But rather.
Stop. Can you read it from top, sir?
Yep. These 12 Jesus sent forth and commanded them, saying, go not into the way of the Gentiles, and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not.
Don't go to them neither. Because at this time, Samaria was gentrified. We all familiar with that, Blacks, Latino, Native American. They done gentrified Mexico. Yeah, I hear when I be watching up here in Netta with the priest down there in Mexico, with, you know, in California, hearing about everybody in Mexico, that they gentrified Mexico. trying to treat them like they don't belong here. Like if you come to DC, these devils is out of their mind talking about we don't belong here. You know what I'm saying? Slim, this used to be the chocolate city. Nicknamed the chocolate city. But you know what I'm saying, like you bring it out though, you know what I'm saying? Christ said don't go to them because it was gentrified. You know what I'm saying? We're not coming here, we're not here for everybody. If I could, sir.
Yeah. But rather go to the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
But rather go to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. You know what I'm saying? That's what the Lord, what Christ told the disciples, his students. He was teaching them to go to his people. Because it said the Lord sent the angel to Joseph, you know what I'm saying, to tell him his wife gonna have a son and he's gonna save his people from their sins.
Right.
And right here he is teaching the same thing to his students. Don't go to these people, go to our people, because the disciples was his people.
Right.
If I could, sir. Salaki, if I could get Book of Mark, chapter 7, verse 26.
Mm-hmm. So Mark 7 and 26.
Constant. Almost there. Almost there. I'm about to wrap it up in a second.
Mark chapter 7, verse 26. The woman was a Greek, a Syrophoenician by nation.
And this woman that Christ was about to come in Christ, she was a Greek. What did the Greeks look like? They're white people, right? So it's a Greek woman, a white woman, in other words. That's why I picked this. It says it in Matthew 2, but this one tells you what the woman looks like. That this was a woman that didn't look like us, wasn't his people. If I could, sir.
Mm-hmm. And she besought him that he would cast forth the devil out of her daughter.
And her daughter had a mental illness. That's a demon. You know what I'm saying? She had a demon on her, devil on her, and she was seeking Christ to help him. And you read in the account in Matthew when it says the same thing, it doesn't say that she was a white woman. It says she was a Canaanite because that's the land that they were in. You know what I'm saying? Just like you in America, but you're not an American. You just live here. You know what I mean? But in that account, it says Christ ignored her. He didn't say nothing to her. And wasn't. And the disciples was like, you want us to get her out of here? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But in this one right here, it says she same thing. This is a different person telling the story. She besought Christ to take the demon off her daughter. If I could, sir.
Yeah. But Jesus said unto her, let the children first be filled, for it is not meet to take the children's bread and to cast it unto the dogs.
Right. So first of all, he said unto them, he said, Salaki, you can read that last part what Christ said. And Christ said this, Christians.
Let the children first be filled, for it is not meet to take the children's bread.
And they said, let the children first be fed. Who children? The children of Israel. Let them first be fed. Now, I want you to look at this. Does it look like this man said this? You know what I'm saying? It's not meat. He said it's not good to take. It's not meat means good in Old English, M-E-E-T. Right. And Christ is saying it's not good to take off the children's plate, children of Israel, and cast it to dogs. He called that white woman and her daughter dogs.
Yep.
That's what he thinks about them. The Lord calls them spittle. He calls them nothing. He calls them a drop that fell out of vessel. Christ called them dogs. And we all know what a female dog is.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Does he look like he talk like that? No. You know what I'm saying? He love everybody.
Right.
He want to spark up and sit in daddy lines all day. Anyway, if I could get the book of John chapter 4 verse 22.
Mm-hmm.
Christ got the same spirit as the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Let you know it's all about you. Christ said, man, it ain't good to take the blessings that I'm giving to you and give them to these dogs. So every time you try to go out of your way to make sure that they're all right, or you picking them over your brethren, you going against Christ. You know what I'm saying? That's anti-Christ to be favoring them over your brethren. Christ favored us. You see what I'm saying? Now, anybody who want to keep up, but he ended up blessing her. Yeah, he blessed her because she ended up saying, you still got that, or did you leave?
Yeah, I left that already.
But she ended up saying, but at least the dogs can get a crumb from the table when it falls. When she knew her place, then he blessed her. Mm-hmm. These devils out here don't know their place.
That's right.
You should never go out of your way to get them before you get us, or look at them higher than us. We are above all of them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And Christ said it, and the Lord said it. Is there unrighteousness there? Keep saying that. Keep coming back to that. If I could get the book, we got John 4:22.
Yep.
Come on, sir, if I could.
John chapter 4, verse 22. Ye worship, ye know not what.
You're talking to the woman, the woman sitting there trying to tell Christ, you know what I'm saying, that, oh, I worship in these mountains too, you know what I'm saying, in the temples too. You know, me and my fathers, I grew up like this, worshiping this way. Christ told her, you don't know what you worshiping. Because if you were worshiping, you would know that it's something evil at the end of it for you. You know what I'm saying? The Lord don't like it. Esau has he hated. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know what you worshiping, if I could, sir.
Yep. We know what we worship.
We know what we worship. We hold on. We got the patience of the saints to the day where the Lord comes back, you know what I'm saying, and puts y'all in shackles, puts these heathens in shackles, and we rule the world. We know what we worshiping for. I know why I say the Lord's Prayer every day and say, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth, because I want the Lord's will to be on this earth where these devils is where they need to be, behind cages, shackled up. Then the animals will be safe. The whole earth will be safe then. You know what I'm saying? We know what we worship, if I could.
For salvation is of the Jews.
Of the who?
The Jews.
It's all about you, black man, Latino man, Native American man. It's all over the Bible. We're in the New Testament. Check that out, Christians. For the Christians, we in the New Testament. It says salvation is of the Jews. And guess who said this? Christ did. I thought you followed Christ. You see what I'm saying? You trying to give the off the children's plate to the dogs. You trying to say everybody can be saved. But Christ said salvation is of the Jews.
That's right.
It's all about you, black man, Latino man, Native American man. If I could, wrap it up, the book of Romans, chapter 11, verse 1. So, and y'all love to say Paul was a bad student, like he taught something different. Let's see what Paul had to say about it. You know what I'm saying? If I could, sir.
Mm-hmm. Romans chapter 11, verse 1. I say then, hath God cast away his people?
He had to ask that because just like today, they trying to give the covenant to everybody and say everybody can be saved and all that. They were doing it back then. You see what I'm saying? We've been dealing with the same thing for a long time. You know what I'm saying? The same way these Christians out here today, people were acting like that back then. You know what I'm saying? Messing with the Pharisees. You know the Pharisee looks like today? Geno Jennings, Creflo Dollar, etc., etc. Martin Luther King. You know what I mean? But if I could, sir.
Mm-hmm. God forbid.
That means hell no.
For I also am an Israelite of the seed of Abraham of the tribe of Benjamin.
He stated his lineage because it's important. That bloodline is important. Even Paul taught a bloodline. He was just teaching you that. He said that God forsaking his people? Hell nah. I'm one of them. It's all about you, black man, Latino man, Native American man. Never let no pastor or no Christian tell you that God gave his covenant to anybody else and everybody else could come in. You know what I'm saying? Hebrews 8:8 also said he's going to make a new covenant with Israel.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? Paul said, nah, he ain't throw away his people. I'm one of them. And he stated his lineage to let you know he belongs. You see what I'm saying? Because that's how we'll be in the kingdom. If I could, I'm going to cap it off with the book of Revelation, chapter 21, verse 10. I ain't gonna lie, I skipped one of my favorite scriptures just to get the cap it off. One of my favorite. I've been reading it lately too.
Revelation chapter 21, verse 10. And he carried me away in the spirit to a great and high mountain, and showed me that great city, the holy Jerusalem, descending out of heaven from God.
Now, this is John the Revelator. It's talking about God's kingdom. That kingdom come, that will be done in earth. This is descending down. No, it's not the giant city is not falling out of the sky into the earth. No. You know what I'm saying? It's letting it be known that this is from God. You see what I'm saying? Because what's so crazy is the way they look at us on the world today, even at their time, they're going to have a hard time believing that they should follow us under our rulership. You see what I'm saying? But because the Lord's let it be known it's of him, they have no choice. You see what I'm saying? But this is about God's kingdom. Just a little content. I took this in verse 10. You can drop to verse 12, Bump Sharp.
Mm-hmm. Verse 12. And had a wall great and high, and had 12 gates, and at the gates 12 angels, and names.
If I could, sir. Mm-hmm. And the kingdom has a great wall around. We talked about gates before. You know, gates is the protection. Keep things out. You know what I'm saying? And this giant wall has 12 gates on it. I mean, 12 gates on it that you can go in. Big doors on it. You know what I mean? And at those gates are 12 angels. Now, what is the angels there for? To protect you. If you ever read the description of the angel, you're not gonna press that angel. You're gonna make sure you're right before you even attempt to. You know what I'm saying? Don't even try to be funny to see if you can do it. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, 12 angels at the gates, and if I could, sir.
Mm-hmm. And names written thereon, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel.
Talking about you. This is the kingdom of the Lord.
Right.
And it got names around the gate that's around the kingdom of the Lord, and the names are your names. You go to a house and then say the Smiths. Only the Smiths is in there. You go to a house and say the Johnsons live here. Well, in the kingdom, it's 12 gates. You should know on these 12 sides, it's a certain people who live there. And it don't say anything about Edom. Edom is where Esau's name was changed to. It don't say nothing about the Ishmaelites, Ishmael. It don't say none of that. The Arab man, the white man, that's who I just named. It don't say nothing about the Cushites, the Africans. You know what I mean? We want to be like so much. They don't have a gate. You know what I'm saying? That means they're outside the kingdom.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And if the only way they're coming in is to build it as our slaves. I could show you that, but we don't. That's another conversation, another time. If I could get verse 25 and cap it off, sir.
Verse 25.
This is what they're going to be doing.
And the gates of it shall not be shut at all by day, for there shall be no night there.
And see, it's going to be like what you like a New York City, how they say the city never sleeps. You know what I'm saying? The city that never sleeps. But that's how the kingdom's going to be. You know what I'm saying? Let's find out why it's going to be so busy. If I could, sir.
And they shall bring the glory and honor of the nations into it.
All these races are going to bring their glory and honor, all their riches, everything. They're going to bring it to us. It's ours. The Lord said this world was for us. This world is yours, like the Scarface blip. The covenant's yours. He only made it with us. He chose all the way down just to us. You know what I'm saying? Listen, he gave us a swag that they can see it's us. He gave us abilities, made us special that they can see it's us. And they treat us like this anyway. Right. It doesn't matter. In the kingdom, they're gonna bring all that to us. It's all ours. Run that. That's how we say it. Run that. You know what I'm saying? And with that, we're gonna pass the class over to preaching officer, because I got off.
Security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K. out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yahanna. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or a sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves with the world. After 6 months, if a brother or a sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or a sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find this in Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, and Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. Means tenth in Hebrew, it is pronounced ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives, you give to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like to give. Upcoming holy convocation. We have the Day of Atonement. So we have the memorial blowing of trumpets. That is the first day of the 7th month, Wednesday, October 2nd, 2024. You will find this in Leviticus chapter 23, verses 24 to 25. Also, September 1st, we have the Northeast Annual Cookout held in Harlem, New York, hosted by Commander General Yahanna in Marcus Garvey Park. You understand, the Northeast Annual Cookout held in Harlem, New York, September 1st in Marcus Garvey Park. There will be a breakdance competition, free food, free drinks, vendors, brotherhood, sisterhood. Come out, enjoy. If a brother's like, remind Akim and Aguafian to check on social media such as ISUPK.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for I.S.U.P.K events and materials. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, he is to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, black shirts, black pants, black headband or scarf. And with that, I say I imagine, which means to stand. We're going to give one courtesy salute to the teacher, men of Israel. Imagine Shabbat, Imagine Barak, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua Barakatah, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua Barakatah, Yahweh Matah. Class dismissed.